Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 64 of Direwolf20's Let's Play. Just logging in today, checking out on my red matter production system. Looks like I haven't gotten any in a bit because I haven't been logged in, so that makes sense. And also I think I got a good idea of what to do with that laser light system that I created an episode or two back. A bunch of people commented and thumbs up a comment that basically said I should use this light system over here to basically have like a master control room for all my forestry and nuclear reactor and that stuff. So that might be a cool idea, something I might actually consider doing. I might get to some of that this episode, and I also need to get down to the end and maybe take down that Ender Dragon Queen because those Endermen who messed up my world last season need some revenge. So I probably should set up some defenses around my house just in case they decide to come back and take out some revenge upon me for killing her again. So let's get started in this episode today. Alright guys, so I'm sitting here thinking about where I might want to set up a nice control room, and down here in my basement seems like as good a place as any. So what I'm envisioning here is just like a nice little control system right along this wall, where I can pretty much control all of my different machines and factories and all that cool stuff right from there. So let's get back upstairs and figure out exactly how we're going to lay that out. Alright, so here we go. Thinking there's probably going to need to be some stuff all along this wall here. I got myself a bunch of cabling and some red alloy wiring. Probably going to wind up needing a few other things here, like some cover strips. Wooden will be fine for now. I can always switch it out later if need be. And don't think I need any timers. I might need some NOT gates, as a matter of fact. And if I don't already have that in my auto crafting system, I'm going to have to go ahead and do that. Yeah, and I got my drill ready, my rubies. Alright, let's get going. Alright, as promised, I just created a NOT gate in my automatic crafting system here, so I can automatically craft NOT gates, which will be definitely helpful because I'm probably going to need quite a few of those things going forward. Let's give it a quick test real fast. Where's my crafting stuff? Where's all the gates? Craft. There it is. Timer, NOT gate. Cool. Request a NOT gate, please. Everything's off to be cooked. There we go. Sweet. Gotta love it. Perfect. NOT gate's working, and I'll be back in a few minutes to get the rest of the stuff I need. Alright, so I just went ahead and requested some cactus green. I'm going to need at least a little bit of green dye here. I'm thinking I'm going to use green lights to be the system being turned on, and red lights for the systems being off. And I'll probably use some alternate colors going forward for whatever else, but for now that's a good start. And I'm trying to keep my inventory organized here, so I'm keeping all this stuff in my bags. So let's get crafting on a one of these thingies. I probably need some glass on me. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's get out of here my transmutation table. And do I have any glass? Yeah, perfect. Gonna just need a stack of that stuff. There we go. And then I can put this stuff away. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Kinda. So, glass plus, we'll get some red in there, red dye. We'll start with green. One green lens and one red lens. And we'll kind of start off making one of these systems and then branch out from there. So right here will be the first control area. So if we were to go into here, and I'm thinking I want to just go a few blocks back, and I'm going to clear out a little bit of a side area space for me to work in, but I don't want to infringe upon that dark room that I have set up too much. Let's place right here a block that's going to act as our, whatchamacallit, reflector thingy. So for that, we just need some white lenses. Let's get one of those guys. Okay. And then right here is where we'll drill in. And we'll place on the front face here that, and then I'm thinking top and bottom is all I'll really need. And then drill up to here and see what we want to get. Yeah, that looks good. Cool. and one down there, right? Perfect. I like that. I might want it to be a little further back because I want to have a little bit of room to navigate back here. So let's pick this guy up and just dig a little bit further back here. That should be good. Custom reflector, put him back down, and everything should be groovy. Now I'm going to need one of those tube things right here, but I'll get that built in a minute. First, what I want to build is the laser. So let's place right here another one of these blocks and drill into it with the drill and say that the red lens should go on the bottom. And that should be cool. So if I go ahead and create a lever here just for testing purposes, you guys know how much I love to test. Yep, we got a red laser. Sweet. And then right here I'll drill in and say that the top is a green laser. Perfect. So now all I gotta do is run a redstone signal here to get green and a redstone signal here to get red. I like it. And if right here is where the indicator light's going to be, I'm thinking right here is where the lever should be. So this will be the actual lever that goes and gets that right here, and that'll turn on and off the light. And we'll want a red alloy wire running right here. And let's see, what do we want to put down? Not entirely sure how I want this to work from a cabling perspective. I can't put this guy here. It has to be at least on the same line. But then I should be able to run wiring up, but I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want to do that. I might need to do it something like this. Let's see. I want to make sure that whatever I run can, kind of be the same thing on the other side, so I'm trying to keep it nice and straight. Let's just go with regular old red alloy wiring for now. I might need to do this with some jacketed wiring, I'm thinking. Might be the best approach. So, if I run this stuff up like this, let's try this guy like so. If I run this guy in here, and of course I move my ring off my hotbar, this like this, and then I want to place down my NOT gate. I'm thinking right here. How does that work? Alright, so when the lever's off, and when the lever's on. Off, on. Sweet, that worked perfectly. Let's not have this be a red laser that hurts me. Probably wise. So that's nice and compact. But the only problem is I'm actually running against these blocks right next to it. And if I want a laser light to be over here, like right next to it, because I want another one right here, right? So yep, that's a problem. So give me a minute to think about how exactly I want to solve that. Alright, let's see if our stone jacketed wiring here... Well, wait a second. What is this? Is this actually working like as is? Without that there? That's kind of cool. Oh, no, it just needed an update. Heh, cool. So I'm thinking stone jacketed wiring like this and here, and then more red alloy wire like this. Oh, yep. Is that working? Yeah, that works. So even though the stone jacketed wire doesn't look like it's connecting, it apparently is working just fine. So probably just the way the laser mod operates. Looks good to me though, because that means we can have this stuff nice and separate. So I can have another line right here without much of an ordeal. I like it. Now the last thing I need to do for this one line that I'm doing, independent of every other one, is to set up a wireless transmitter, because that's going to have to go do something, right? So let's consider exactly how we want to lay this guy out. I don't know, can I put him like right under here and just run the red alloy wire over it? Would that work? So yeah, let's see. If I make this guy like frequency 300, because I don't want to screw up any systems that are out there. Can I run that red alloy wire directly over top? It doesn't look like it. So that won't work. Alright. What if I did it like one block below? If I put this guy right here underneath. Yeah, that's working, right? So the redstone wiring is going through this thing and hitting into there. But one minor problem I might run into, and why did I leave that on red mode? Oh, right, because my wire is disconnected. What I want to do is have this white wire here, and I don't know if this is going to work or not. Because white wire, or any kind of jacketed wire, does not transmit its redstone signal through the block that it's on, like regular bare naked wire would do. So maybe I'll just have to have these guys split up with cover strips, rather than being different colored wiring. Yeah, because I'm trying to keep it all on the same level, right? Like the same horizontal plane. So that might have to be what I have to do. Alright, so I pretty much cleaned up the wiring system back here. I brought it up a little bit higher. It didn't need to be as high as it was. And let's decide which wireless transmitter frequency we want to set up here. So I'm going to run outside real quick and start looking around and maybe write down... I just broke my button. And go write down what frequencies we might want to use. So the first ones I can think of here are these guys. So let's get our plate ring on so I can just read the values up here. And I might wind up just disabling this little tower platform thing. So 11, 10, 12, and 13. Cool. Maybe I should write them down real quick. 11, 10, 12, and 13. And then I'll go over on this side. And that's tree farm, peat bog, rubberwood, and wheat. And as you guys recall, we need a display tube crafted like that, and some display panels. Let's go set these guys up right here. So I think it needs to be right here is where the display tube will go. What's the matter? I can't just sit that on nothing? That might be a problem. Does that actually have to be on top of a solid block or something like that? Let's see. That might be a problem. Like, you know, well, let's see. How flush does this look? Oh, that's not bad. Okay. I kind of thought I might want my tube back there, but that works. That's nice and cool looking. Yeah, that's good. Okay, perfect. Sweet. So now I should be able to flip my lever here. And I should put a sign up top that indicates exactly what kind of thing this is, or what this controls. So where's my wood? Probably in my red bag, which is the last one I'm checking. Yep, there's some. So let's craft up a sign and call this my forest control. This will be for my normal tree farm. Tree farm control. Perfect. Looking sweet. All I gotta do is run over here, dig underground, and when it's green, it's emitting a redstone signal, which is exactly what we want. And I'll put this guy down here, the wireless transmitter, and we'll call this frequency 11. So let's turn off the lever real quick. And cool. So now, if we go check our tree farm, I left it off for a little bit because I wanted to make sure that there was enough trees to start collecting once I hit the button. I'll come back in the day, but you can see. Yep, there's a bunch of trees back there and a skeleton trying to attack me. So let's go turn on our control and see if everything worked properly. Testing, as always. So, lever on, green light. I do like that multicolored light in one block thing. That is just cool. And if we go check this out, we should see everything starting to get chopped down. Oh yeah, look at that. Harvesting some saplings already. Perfect. Yep, and there goes the wood. Yeah, we're chopping stuff down. So our control is working. Now let's go duplicate this design right next to it. So I'm going to create 3 more lasers, but I don't have the inventory for it, so maybe give me a minute to clean that up. So since I decided I'm not going to use different colored cables, but instead I'm going to use some cover strips. There we go. I'm going to need a bit more of those, aren't I? Yeah, I should have some in my bag somewhere. Yeah, that should be good for now. Good enough. So let's craft it up. I'm going to get 3 more lasers. Yeah, just 3 for now. 1 red, a green, and a white. And pretty much duplicate exactly what I just did a minute ago with the exact same process. So I'm going to need just to knock out a wall here, just to make sure I have enough room. Don't want this wall knocked down. And this should be pretty well repeatable at this point. Should probably also go request one of those things, but give it a minute. So red alloy wiring running like so. But remember, we don't want this stuff here, so we need our brick cover strips to help separate it. Why'd I choose brick? I don't know. It's just what I had on me, I guess. So I can cover this flooring up now. Don't need that. Lovely. And this should help separate everything along this line. So we'll make sure of that in a moment, but let's run our red alloy or red wire cabling there. Yep, there we go. And this guy is going to have to be a NOT gate. I don't think I need that there. And that might become a problem for me, because that guy is going to screw with it. Ah, it's not cool. Alright, give me a few minutes here and I'll figure out how to resolve that problem. Or you know what? I don't think this is going to be an issue. I think it's okay, because it's the side of the NOT gates that are touching, so it shouldn't really matter at all. So let's put one of these guys here, and these guys are connecting over a one of these things. So let's do this real quick. I bet if I got a panel instead of a strip, it would keep them from touching. I hope. So here's some dirt panels that I just happen to have on me. So if I put that guy there, and yeah, see? No longer interfering with each other. There we go. And again, knock this off. And yeah, you're going to have to be a panel. There we go. And another one of these things. Cool. Then I can go ahead and put these down, and we'll transmute them just to make them look like nice smooth stone. And it's drill time. So white in the front and glass on the top and bottom. This guy gets, what is it, red on the bottom? Or yeah, red on the top, green on the bottom, right? Yeah. So red on the bottom of this guy, and green on the top of this guy. And let's give it a quick test. I'm going to need another lever. Green's working, but my NOT gate's not behaving entirely. Why might that be? Oh, did I forget to put that up there? How did I do that? What? What are you sizzling about? Let me look into this. Alright, this is hilarious. You want to see what I did? Oh, this is like priceless right here. I drilled into the block on the wrong side, so the red laser is facing along the back. So when I hook up a red wire like this, the red laser was melting it when it turned on. How funny is that? So let's reorient this guy properly. Because I drilled him into the wrong side, I'm going to have to kind of guess here as to which side, unless I went and just said forget it. Let's do this. Take this out of here, collect that block back up. There we go. and drill into him once more on the proper side. Remember, it's dependent on the side that you drill into, and I'll just have to get rid of this unnamed block in a moment. So that should work better now, right? Totally. Place down our thingy here like that, and our stone jacketed here. Cool, now we're getting a red laser, and it's completely independent from the green laser next to it. They are in no way affecting each other. Sweet. Now let's do the tube thing. So where's my crafter? Decent amount of iron needed for these tubes, but dude, they're cool. You can't complain too much about that, right? Let's make this a green laser. There we go. Now it doesn't matter what color it is. And this guy right here. Sweet. That looks really good. Let's craft up another sign, and we'll call this the rubber tree control. So rubber farm right here. And this is going to have to be frequency 12 according to my notes. So we'll dig down here, and right next to it put frequency 12 on the transmitter, which I'm going to have to go request one of, so I'll be right back. Alright, so wireless transmitter right here on frequency 12. And now that should turn on our rubber tree farm if we flip the lever, which I'm not going to do right now because I'm pretty good on rubber still, I think, right? How am I for rubber? It's been a while since I've actually checked. We have a good amount, but I guess we could use more, right? Sure. So if I flip this lever, we should start seeing some rubber wood showing up in this ender chest in a moment. Yep, we definitely are. A bunch of sand is filtering its way in because it's replacing all the humus or humus with sand, and I just saw a piece of rubber wood pop in there. There it is, rubber wood. So looks like it's working. Alright guys, I just went ahead and off camera ran some more wiring here and got everything set up. I just need the last piece here is to do the drilling. So right in the face here I'll put the white lens, and then above here is where I put my red lens facing down, and here should be the green lens facing up. And I also have to make my tubes, but we'll take care of that in just a moment. And of course I also have to make a couple levers, so that's an important part of that. And remember, of course, not to forget to place your glass here so that it transmits the light through. I'm sitting here saying, why isn't this working? And realize I forgot that piece. So, derp. Alright, so let's get this tube lined up here. And get this one here as well. Might as well get it ready. I'm about to go drill into the next slot. And this guy I decided to be my peat bog. So that's what's running through the system right now as a result of that guy being on. Let's see. Yep, peat's showing up in the chest. So that's a good sign. We'll go over here and do the same thing. This is going to be my wheat farm on frequency 13. And again, it's just drilling into here. Hopefully I did that right. I'm going to need my laser lenses real quick. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so white here, good. And glass on top and bottom. This guy can have red down, and this guy can be green up. Cool. How'd that get back there again? Oh well, let me fix it. There we go. Looks like everything's working properly now. And like I said, this was my wheat farm control. So we should start seeing some wheat showing up in my ender chest here in a moment. But while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to go get myself some more wood. And yeah, here we go. This will work. Any wheat yet? Not quite, but getting there. There it is, wheat. Perfect. So everything is working. Go ahead and get some more wood and craft up a pair more signs. Looking pretty sharp. Yeah, I definitely like it. I'm going to turn off my tree farm and my rubber wood farm. Don't need those guys actually running right now. We should have a significant amount of that stuff, like I said. Let's go see what it actually looks like out there. Hopefully not a big mess was left. Oh yeah, we're fine. Why didn't my tree farm replant, though? That's something I'm going to have to look into in a minute. Oh yeah, I was poking around down here and forgot to replace this block. So I think it was dirt that was here. So because that block wasn't there, the redstone signal wasn't able to travel through and activate the Arboretum. So maybe I'll just go activate that guy with my lever, and it'll let it replant. So if we run back under our house now and turn our tree farm back on, that is pretty cool looking. It should start replanting. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. Alright, now that everything looks like it's working pretty well, I'm also going to turn off my wheat farm and my peat bog. Let all that stuff just grow by itself. My tree farm I'll leave on for now, but there's one more laser system I want to set up before wrapping up this episode. So how about I get those guys in place and I'll be right back. Alright, so I want an indication of when my engines overheat and have to be reset. So what I'm going to do here is go ahead and just place down, I don't know, I think just a wireless transmitter can go right here, connect it up to this thingy, and let's bump this guy up to, like, I don't know, frequency 1000. Why not? That sounds like a nice frequency to be at. Not sure why he's not turning on, so I might just need another piece of redstone here to get him to behave. Wireless transmitter. Let's make him just frequency 500. Next season, I really have to get better about remembering my frequency numbers. I was all set writing it down, and then one episode I stopped writing it down, and then it just became an issue. So there we go, frequency 500. And we'll swing down here and get a receiver going. Also on frequency 500. And what I'll do is I'll place this receiver back here. Okay, this guy can sit right here on frequency 500 with a redstone wire running up here like this. And I'll have my NOT gate on the inside. So I do need to get another NOT gate. I'll be right back. Alright, and then what I'll do is place down my NOT gate on this side of the wall. And then a similar setup can go right here. I'm just going to need to get where those dirt covers. Hey, I have just enough. Woot. So there's one. There's another, and just one like this and like that should maybe possibly consider working. I thought this would transmit through the wall, but it doesn't seem to be, so I guess I'll just have to run this as straight up. I'll be right back. Alright, I thought I could do this another fancy way, but let's just run it like this. If I run this guy under here and then do the same thing that I've been doing. So wire like that, and then my NOT gate to a wire like that, and then we should be good. Alright, looks like everything's up and running, so we've got our red laser working here, and if I connect the wire like it should be underneath, I was just testing by disconnecting the wire, we should have our green laser, and that's going to be our indication as to whether or not the Buildcraft engines are, you know, in a out of water state. So just got to knock this piece off, put down this guy, and because it's green, it means my engines are running, so let's get a sign going here. I was wondering where those smoke particle effects were coming from. Alright. Buildcraft engine status is green. Woot! I like it. So, I think that looks pretty cool. Rather lovely. And I don't need a lever there, obviously, because it's not going to mean anything. Now, I could have a lever here to control the engines being on and off, but I think this is fine as is. And who knows, maybe in the future I'll change it to be something a little different. But for now, I think that's a nice control room for all my stuff. Yeah, looks good. Alright, now that I've got that thing built down there, let's go check on our red matter situation. Gonna go and dump it all into my Klein star, wherever that thing might be. There it is, Klein star Omega. Let's go ahead and burn all that stuff up. Ooh, nice. And what I get left over, 16 more of them. Ooh, a few more just filtering their way in. 6. Awesome. Another serious amount of EMC thanks to my Klein Star Omega. Very cool. And maybe I want to go check on my bees real quick. Remember an episode or two back, I did get an industrious strain. So let's see, unwary industrious hybrid with an unwary industrious hybrid. Any luck? We'll have to see. Nope, just a regular old unweary queen, so I guess we'll have to cross our fingers there. Oh, I did get another steadfast queen here, so I did get lucky. And sinister and sinister, nice, looking good. And that guy's still empty, cool. And guys, I didn't get to the end on this episode. Unfortunately, it feels like one of those good wrapping up points. So the Stronghold portal still seems to be working. Probably going to have to wait till next episode here for that to happen, at least. Who knows? Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, number 64 of Direwolf20's Let's Play. Stay tuned for next time. Like I said, still need to go to the end. Still need to do some defenses around my house to help protect against those Endermen who I would be prepared for them to attack again. So this time they're not going to get me, though. Defenses will take care of me. So this is Direwolf20 signing off. Take it easy.